Penn High School alum and Team USA 50-kilogram women's freestyle wrestler Sarah Hildebrandt has been a force in the Olympics so far, taking her first 2 matches on technicals before falling in the semifinals. Tomorrow morning, she'll be taking the mat, competing for the bronze medal. Alongside Hildebrandt will be her coaches, Penn High School head wrestling coach Brad Harper and 2012 Olympic bronze medalist, National Women's Freestyle assistant coach Clarissa Chun. Hildebrandt's corner filled with people who have believed in her success since day one.
Let's go. I actually started coaching in 2017, and that's when I started first being around Sarah. And she had an injury that, took her out of the world stage that year.
Sarah Hildebrandt suffered a dislocated left elbow while competing in the 53-kilogram class of the 2017 World Team Wrestling Trials.
Seeing her come back with this feeling and this fire, see her progression and her growth throughout the years has been amazing. No better than just getting my butt whooped day after day by her. I believe in her so much and her abilities. And that moment when she made the Olympic team, it was such a beautiful moment. Like I teared up and cried because she deserves it. No one more than her, in the sense of all the hours that she puts in, not only on the mat, but like the things she sacrificed for herself, to make it happen, to make that dream become a reality.
As Hildebrandt enters her bronze medal match, Chun has just one message.
Like, no one else is better than her. And I truly believe that. And I know she knows that. So I think in that moment, just be Sarah, be solid, and be her, because she's gonna own it. And I'm excited for it.
Do you think that a pair of shoes and a shirt have the power to change, give hope, and create a conversation? Well, Notre Dame women's basketball team does, and this weekend, they teamed up with a local artist to help inspire the community.
Having a message for our team, a message of hope and love and belief.
Unity. Do more.
Messages that resonate with local South Bend artist Kamika Perry, who teamed up with the Irish for a special cause.
I'd started turning to my art in that way, but for the team, the coaches who want to use their platform to actually make a statement, that went beyond and above for me.
Using a pair of shoes to make a change.
I thought it was amazing that that Kamika, executed our vision. She did a phenomenal job of just amplifying our voice in such a creative, unique way.
I think they should, more than just the shoe, they should see the intent and the message behind it. The intent is to unify.
Perry creating shoes for every player on the team.
We have 2 shoes. Let's see if we can put one design on one shoe and the other design on another shoe.
On the right, a heart.
I thought to myself, well, what does, social justice represent visually? And everyone kind of knows the fist. But what does the future look like? And the only thing I could think of was a heart. The fist is the hand that beats the heart, which represents the love and the unity and the future and the hope.
And on the left, a unique message chosen by each player.
I chose faith because with everything going on in the world today, it has kept me grounded and hopeful for a better tomorrow.
I chose hope because I want people to believe that we can overcome these trying times, that we can be kind to one another, and that we can create our own positive change in history. And that only happens if we stand together and we believe that we can do it and we can conquer whatever happens.
And each one of them have their own message as well. So it's not like the social justice theme is a blanket theme. Everybody has their perspective. Each team member has their representation of that. And I think that's highly important, that even though they were individuals, as a pair, as a unit, and as a team, they were one.
For the Irish women's basketball team, it's about more than a pair of shoes or a shirt. The Irish looking to spread a message with each step.
A message of hope. I'm hoping to inspire, I'm hoping our team can continue to try to inspire our community.
The Irish debuted their sneakers and shirt last night on national television while facing the Louisville Cardinals. It was a powerful and inspiring message. Kamika Perry told me that she hopes that the community sees this message and the heart of this team through these shoes, and I think that they certainly have. Many of the girls actually telling me they hope that they get to wear them throughout the postseason.
Go get it, go get it. About to feast. It's time to feast. Stay relaxed. When her and I first clicked, like I knew she was serious. So her freshman year, you know, 'cause at first I didn't know if she was serious. I tried to kick her off the team. I just thought, you know, there's this girl trying to get attention and be on a wrestling team.
Penn High School wrestling coach Brad Harper admits he underestimated Sarah Hildebrandt when she walked onto his wrestling mats as a freshman in 2007.
Secretly push her in the practice to see if she would quit. You know, just to give a little extra push, you know, coach, hey, you know, go really hard and, you know, don't give her a break. Good! And give her no breaks, and it didn't break her. She'd just get up and smile at me, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, is this real? And I was like, oh my gosh, she is real. Yes!
Over the years, Harper and Hildebrandt have teamed up to form one of the most impressive combos in the sport.
Woo! When she didn't like me, and I didn't like her. It started off that way, and then then we developed, because it's like, wow, no, she is here to not be part of the team, not have attention. She is here to be the best.
Good adjustment with that.
Yeah, I mean, she wanted to be the best in wrestling. You know, yes, she wanted to, like, you know, be the #1 wrestler on the team, but her goal is just to become the best wrestler as possible. And I was like, wow, she's special. I mean, she really is.
Finishing off Victoria.
In April, with Harper by her side, Sarah Hildebrandt won the Olympic trials, sealing her spot on the Olympic team in the 50 kilograms.
When she won, it was just like, you know, just wow, it's real, you know. And then she jumped in my arms, and we just both had a moment. It was just, I can't even explain it. It was so cool. It's a dream. I mean, who knew that this 88-pound freshman would be taking our program and myself to the Olympics? I never knew. I mean, so it's always been a dream of mine to make the Olympics. Obviously, I never made it. I mean, I did try. And for me to have this experience is just incredible. Boom, boom. Her mindset and her focus is dialed in. That's why we say, be Sarah, be Sarah. That's her staying relaxed. You know, her strong mindset, but having fun as well. That's very important for her, to keep it lighthearted and have fun.
For all the fun they've had on the world stage, what's next will be nothing short of a dream come true.
You know, it's a dream, the Olympics. Who gets to go to the Olympics? I mean, I didn't know this would ever happen, you know? And our Sarah took us to the Olympics. It's pretty awesome to, you know, you want to watch someone's career and is to be the best, and she's there. She's at the highest level, and we got to be part of it. It's awesome. So thank you, Sarah, for being Sarah. She needs all day.
South Bend native and former St. Joe Indian Tyler Beck grew up dreaming of playing at Four Winds Fields. The 2019 draft pick by the Minnesota Twins making his homecoming debut last night against the South Bend Cubs as the Cedar Rapids Colonels starting pitcher.
That little 10, 12-year-old and all that, you just like look at these guys and you're like, wow. Like, no, you don't really know the difference between, you know, Major League Baseball and minor league baseball and all that. But no, that's kind of the biggest difference, I would say, like kind of now and all that. But no, it was wild, like, you know, looking back, it's a little nostalgic.
South Bend's Tyler Beck grew up going to Silverhawks games and always envisioned himself playing at Kovaleski Stadium.
Oh, I mean, it's just like one of those little dreams come true type of thing.
Beck making his Four Winds Fields debut against the South Bend Cubs with more than 70 friends and family in the stands.
I mean, I was absolutely thrilled with it. People spread out over here in the picnic section, right behind like on deck circle and everything like that, right behind the dugout for the most part.
Beck spent last season training around South Bend in the Cubs Performance Center, after the season was canceled due to COVID-19.
Made it a little easier to even envision it.
In 2015, after a redshirt season at Purdue,
Wasn't sure what I wanted to do with baseball and all that. It kind of like took the love of the game out of me a little bit.
Beck headed to Pasco Hernandez Junior College for 2 years before transferring to the University of Tampa.
I mean, it's full experience. I mean, it was like when I made that decision to go to my junior college, it was like, hey, I'm going for it. You know, I'm going to leave, have no regrets, I'm going to leave it all on the table. I mean, hey, it got me to this far, so I mean, hey, same exact mindset going on from here.
4 years later, in 2019, Beck was drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the 30th round.
It was just like a phenomenal thing. It was like a good, well, I wouldn't say it was a weight off my shoulders, but no, it was kind of like, oh, hey, now this is where the real work starts. I mean, that was the biggest feeling from that phone call and all that.
Showing Beck his decision to take a chance on himself and leave it all on the table was well worth it.
It's my first love. I mean, honestly, it means like everything to me. I mean, it's where I get my thorough enjoyment, brings me true happiness and all that. I mean, it's up there just with everything most important in my life.
Last night in Beck's home debut, he pitched 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and 6 strikeouts. So it's really great to do in front of all of your family and friends. And he said his grandpa was there and got to see him pitch for the second time since high school.
Oh, wow.
So it was really cool.
What a great night for him. That's
I know.
fantastic.
You can't do much better than that. And then to have all of your family and friends there supporting you,
Yep.
some good stuff.
Well, this is my place of peace and place to have fun.
And it's here that Trenton Phillips found his passion and a connection to his past.
My dad was a big bowler. He got into bowling from his dad. So he basically taught me the ins and outs of bowling.
Growing up on the lanes,
Starting off with just a plastic ball and, you know, having the bumpers up and then succeeding from that into the years after that. And knowing how good I am now, that's what makes it special.
he helped lead the Vikings to a conference championship.
The best ball I've thrown all day.
Finishing last season ranked 25th out of 60 in the state of Michigan.
Just coming out here and bowling, but being out here with my friends, you know, it is different, but it's not, I wouldn't change it any other way. You know, being out here and bowling, it's my life.
When COVID shut down bowling alleys in Michigan, he headed south across the state line into Indiana to continue his craft.
Just go out there and practice as much as I could. It was tough because, you know, I kind of thought that I was going to forget my mechanics and forget everything that I knew about bowling. You know, we only had a few weeks before high school bowling was going to start. It was tough, but I mean, it's paid off so far.
And when it was announced that they would in fact have a season,
I was excited because, you know, this is what I look for. I look for this every year.
as the regular season comes to a close, the Vikings are beginning their postseason run.
The mentality of me going into regionals is basically just me being focused, trying to make sure I go out there and make good shots. It's going to be tough because I won't have my dad there as a coach. For the high school coaches, I'll have them. So, I mean, they can kind of help me out. But, you know, I'd feel more comfortable if my dad was there.
They'll be competing for the regional title with hopes of being one of 2 teams to advance to the state finals. For WSBT 22 Sports, I'm Samantha Waddell.